Hi, my name's Antonia Harman from Divine Empowerment. We're at the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival at Birmingham's NEC. Come and take a look. Hi Georgia,
Hi.
So you were just on our lovely healing, so...
That's right.
How are you feeling now?
I feel amazing.
Being aware of it and in pain for the last 40, 50 years, at some level of pain, and now it's completely gone.
It's gone.
Can't believe your bloody luck, can you?
No, I can't believe it.
So no, it doesn't hurt right now.
No.
You heard it here first.
I can't believe I'm saying that. I actually can't believe I'm saying that.
Hi everyone, welcome to Mind, Body, Spirit Festival, the Birmingham NEC. My name's Antonia Harman from Divine Empowerment, and I'm a wizard, and you could be one too. So, we're going to have fun. We've got the next 45 minutes. I'm going to explain a little bit about what disease is. Some of you may have heard this from this morning's talk, but it's important for this. And I'm going to dissolve backache. Now, if you are fortunate enough to be watching this later on YouTube, which you may well be, follow along the steps and we'll dissolve your backache too, just by watching the videos. Watching the videos will dissolve your backache later on. The energy gets imbued into the data, and you can watch it later on and still have your backache go. So if you want to share this with your friends, anyone who's in the audience, you can share it with your friends later. And they can get rid of their backache too. So everyone who has been generous enough to leave their emails to enter the competition to win prizes, you will also get sent a copy of this video. So then you can share it with whomever you like and sort out your grandma's backache too, or whatever you'd like to do. So we're going to do that. We're going to imbue it in so people can watch it later and still have the benefits of the healing. Does that sound good? Yes. We're going to get interactive. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to solve it. So I just want to give you a little word of warning. Yesterday was a bit weird. I did the same talk, and it was people were a bit weirded out because I actually did solve their backache, and people were a bit like, they looked like they were a rabbit in headlights. They were like, what the fuck has she just done? I swear, by the way. I do. I'm a swearer. Apparently it means you're highly intelligent, or at least I'm going with that. So just be aware, this is going to be a bit strange for you, and it's a paradigm shift. Because 1 minute you have backache and then you don't. And it's bonkers. It's 5D healing, it's the future of healing, and it's just going to paradigm shift you, and we'll twist your melons. Are you ready to have your melons twisted? Yes? Twisting melons coming up. So, right, well, backache. We're going to be doing lower backache, and I'm going to tell you a bit about me, what diseases are, then I'm going to do a bit of a Jack and Nori story. I'm going to read to you from my book, because my book tells you the emotional reason behind diseases, and all diseases are about emotions, blocked emotions. Backache intrinsically is about not feeling supported. It's your back, it's your support network on your spine, not feeling supported. And lower backache especially is really about financial issues. No structure around your finances, not knowing where you are monetary. So anyone with backache, has it got a bit worse recently with this whole cost of living crisis? Have you noticed that it's got a bit more weird and a bit, yeah? Right now everyone's a bit worried about money, and your backache's got a bit worse. Same happened to me a couple of weeks ago, and I don't get backache. I used to have scoliosis, but I fixed it because I'm a wizard. So I fixed my scoliosis years ago. They wanted to put a rod in my spine, and then in the end, I fixed it. Do you want to come in, sweetie? Come in. Come on. Come on in. All right. Okay, so yeah, I fixed my scoliosis, but a few weeks ago I had a funny situation. Now, I have just bought a new fabulous house. It's a beach house, it's Art Deco, it's bloody brilliant. But there's a lot of little things that need doing to make it extra specially fabulous. And I'm spending, and I'm spending, and I'm earning, but I'm spending. And I'm spending some more. So, I said to my friend, I kept saying this silly phrase, and we're all guilty of saying silly things, and I just kept on saying I'm hemorrhaging money. I've been spending. I'm earning, so I have enough money to do it. It's not like I'm in a pickle, but I just I was conscious that I was spending quite a lot. And I kept on saying it. My friend pulled me up and went, Antonia, stop saying that. You shouldn't be saying that phrase. And she was right. But it was still in my consciousness or my subconsciousness. And I came back from holiday, and then I suddenly was like, I've got backache. Obviously, I did the typical thing we all do. It's because of the bed I slept in. You can't get diseases unless you've got the emotions that cause the disease. But I managed to write it off, even me, who does this for a living. I went, what are you talking about, you silly sausage? It's about not feeling supported, and it's about lack of financial structure. And I went, oh yes, that's what it's about. Dissolve that, bish bash bosh, backache gone in, 30 seconds. And that's what that was. And it's really interesting, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, Kat. Now, she messaged me a fortnight ago when I was at another trade show and told me her back was really bad. She was in a lot of pain. And I'd offered to heal her previously, but our diaries hadn't aligned. So she messaged me and she was like, Antonia, is there anything you can do? Like, I'm really in suffering at the moment. And then I was away and I didn't get back to her for a few days, and I saw the message. I'm so sorry, I can do, absolutely, I'll help you, no problem at all. She went, and then she was like, well, it's not as bad. And I spoke to her about it. What was really interesting, I started telling her about lack of structure with finances, not feeling supported, all the rest of it. And she was like, do you know what? It's funny you mention that. Because I was a bit worried about money, and there's some things going on with her work life as well around money, and her boss has had some financial difficulties, and there's some things going on. And she suddenly had a large check arrive into her bank account, and poof, her backache dissipated significantly. She went from an 8 to a 2 just by having a big check land in her bank account. So she was on a 2 when I called her, and we fixed the rest of it when she was on a blooming dog walk. She could barely hear me, there was wind going. So I did that like that. So it does work, and it's really interesting. And another one I did a while ago was one of my dear friends has had backache for 19 years. And backache's about not feeling supported, a lack of structure in your finances. There's more to it, we're going to get into it. But he, interestingly, has been in his relationship for 20 years. Not feeling supported. Yeah. So, we read, do you want to come and sit down, lovelies? No? Okay. I read the textbook to him, and we dissolved his backache, and he was thinking about having an operation, and that was gone in 10 minutes. So, and that was a while ago. And I've got loads of support now. I've got my 2 glamorous assistants. I've got another 70 of my students backing me today, because yesterday was weird. But you're not going to get weirded out by having your backs fixed, are you? Are you? Do you promise? Because yesterday it was so profound that their brains just exploded, I think. We're not going to have brains exploded, are we, today? I'd really like not to. Right. So what we're doing is something called 5th dimensional healing. Do you know we're all going into the golden age in the 5th dimension? Have people heard about the golden age? Well, I'm part of it. I've incarnated backwards, I was told by Bill Foss, who looks into the Akashic records. I'm from 250 years in the future. I'm the Terminator of healing. I do like that line, I used it earlier, it's fantastic. So, I'm bringing through new energies and new vibrations, and I believe that we are all gods and goddesses who have no idea we're gods and goddesses. And I spent the last 20 years largely in a trance state, awakening my abilities we all have, they're locked up tight, and you can have them too, you can become a wizard. The difference between a witch and a wizard isn't what you think it might be, it's not gender related. There's 5D magic, which is called higher level magic, and there's lower level magic, or 3D magic, which is witchcraft. And the things here are wonderful and amazing and beautiful, and they are 3D. They are using an intermediary to help you do the work. Maybe they're using a crystal or a ceremony or an amazing gong bath or whatever they might be doing. There's wonderful, wonderful things here. But they're using something to achieve what they want to do, some sort of ceremony or some sort of system to be able to do it. What I do is by intention. Just by doing intention, I don't need to be doing anything specifically apart from having awoken my energy system to be able to do the work. So I just do it by intention. I set an intention and then things happen. Now this is awakening you to your true nature, to your God and Goddess self. And this is wizardry. Witchcraft is 3D, wizardry is 5D. Becoming a god or goddess. And disease is frozen trauma. Disease is, we're going to go and look at a slide now. Ready for a slide? Okay. This, I'm just going to describe what disease is because you need to know this. It's really important. You know when you hang around somebody who's sad or anxious or upset, you spend 2 seconds with them and you feel it. You absorb it and it makes you feel anxious. You're like around an anxious person, you're like, oh, no, get away from them, right? Or someone depressed, it can put you in a funk. As horrible as it is, it puts you in a funk and you might end up avoiding them. I'm sorry, we're all guilty of it. That does happen. Would you like to come and sit down? No? Okay. So it can definitely put you in a funk being around someone. So emotion is energy. Look at the word emotion or energy in motion, right? Clues there. But it's like a gas. You smell of it. It hangs around you. So if you hang out with an angry person, they're literally radiating it, or a happy person, they're literally radiating it. You can feel it immediately being in their presence. Is that fair? Is everyone with me so far? It's like a gas. It hangs around them like a gas. Does that make sense? They sort of smell of it, right? It's like in the molecules radiating them. So we can say emotions are like a gas. Gas, right? And then we're going on to a liquid. So diseases come in 3 categories: a gas, a liquid, and a solid. Gas-based diseases are thought-based diseases. Liquid-based diseases, let's have a think about what that might be. What behaves like a liquid? Does chronic pain behave like a liquid? Sometimes it's 10 out of 10, sometimes it's 2 out of 10. Does it move? Yes? Backache is not always in the same spot. It's not always the same severity. Is that fair enough? You with me so far? Lovely. So fibromyalgia, backache, those sorts of things are liquid-based. Another liquid-based disease is a cyst. What's a cyst? Ball of fluid, right? Liquid. So lots of different diseases fall into these different categories. Arthritis would be a liquid one. Anything blood-related would be a liquid one. Then we go into solid. Solid-based disease. What's solid? Tumour? Solid, right? Push a tumour, it's rock hard. It's like a piece of coal. It's compressed, 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 compressed. But all it is compressed thoughts. And how do we go from a gas to a liquid to a solid? If you have a confined space, put enough gas in, it becomes a liquid. Do you remember that from chemistry and physics at school? Enough gas in a finite space becomes a liquid. It cools down and it condenses. It just gets more densely packed. Because a liquid is a gas is zooming around, and a liquid is moving, but not quite as much as a liquid, as a gas. And a solid is vibrating on the spot. But all it is, it's the same thing, compress, compress, compress. It cools down, and it slows down. With me so far? So now we know what it is. It's compressed emotions. It's frozen trauma. Disease is frozen trauma. Got it? So what we need to do is find out the why of your disease. What emotions have you got trapped? What emotions have you become fixated on? Once we know that, we can dissolve the disease. So, some examples of me dissolving diseases. Oh, this is the thing about solid liquid gas, because you can liquefy. In a tornado, what can happen is the spin energy makes a solid into a liquid, and then a plank of wood can get merged into a wall. That's what happened with the sword and the stone as well. It spins. If something moves, a solid starts moving fast enough, it becomes a liquid and it merges into the wall. Next one is the one I wanted to show you with disease. This is my friend with probably basal cell carcinoma, but you don't know if it's definitely skin cancer until a doctor does a biopsy, cuts it open, tests it. But 3 doctors said it looks like it is. That she sent it to her GP and 2 plastic surgeons. They said, looks like that, but we'll never know for sure. Because by the time she did the biopsy, there was nothing left. It was gone. But it looks like that. So this is, it looks like it probably was, but I can't promise you that for sure. But this is it. So this is it. This is a progression, and as you can see, those are the dates. That was over 5 days. It dissipated over 5 days. Okay, and the next one is, this is my ovarian cyst. That's there, and it's about the size of a golf ball. Now you see it, now you don't. So that was me dissolving my ovarian cyst. That took 3 days, because that's a liquid. So I got my trusty textbook out, Metaphysical Anatomy, which tells you the emotional why behind diseases, and read it to myself, dissolved the resonance with it by using intention and magic because I'm a wizard, and poof, that went in 3 days. But we're going to do better than that today. We're going to do backache right here, right now. Who's ready for that? Who's got backache? Hands up if you've got backache, please. How many have we got? 1, 2, most people here. And can you do me a favour? Are you in pain at the moment? It's really, I mean, it's helpful when you're in pain at the moment. Are you in pain at the moment? Right. Yes, you are. Lovely. What's your pain level out of 10, sweetie pie?
7.
7 out of 10. Right. I'm just going to come round and just check people's pain levels. Did you put your hand up, darling? She did. 6. You're 6. You're a 6 out of 10. Lovely. And have you got backache as well? No, you're just coming here for the show. Oh, you're just being supportive. That's nice. Anyone else got backache? Have you got backache? What's the number you are? About a 4. Lovely. So, and you've got, what have you got, my love?
5, maybe?
5, around a 5. Lovely. Okay, so we've got some people. It's okay if you don't talk, just know what it is. So know what your pain level is. Okay, so because we need to grade it, because we're going to start making it go lower and lower and lower, so it's really important to grade it to start. All right, so you want to play? You'd promise not to get freaked out? Okay. How are we doing for time? Oh, good. Got plenty of time. Ready for a story? Jack and Nori's story. I've got a post-it note in there and everything. Isn't that good? Okay, so it's quite a long story. I'm sorry, but it's just going to be. So I need you, my backache lovely friends, to remember the bits that hurt the most. So just as I read it, go, ooh, you're going to feel victimized by this book. It's brutal, because it's your emotions that have caused this. So just be aware of that it's going to be uncomfortable, but only briefly. And we're going to dissolve the resonance with the words, and then the pain will disappear. Does that sound good to everybody? All right, fun. Okie dokie, I'm just going to start reading this text. So I've got to do 2 sections. It's quite long, but you'll survive. I'm going to read the bit on generalized back pain, but that one might not resonate as much as the second bit, because we're going to be doing lower back pain specifically today. Is everyone all right with that? And everyone knows where they are pain-wise? Okay, let's start reading. You feel that you have to guard everything that's important to you in life. You may also feel that the tension in your body keeps you safe and protects you from experiencing further trauma. The tension and rigidity is almost a boundary. When you feel rigid and tense, it's easier to resist and push unpleasant circumstances and people away. The tension acts as a buffer between you and others. The tension is also often a freeze instinct that was activated during a very stressful time in your life. Does that make sense so far? Is that right for you, my backache friends? Okay, good. We want it to resonate. If it resonates, brilliant, we can dissolve it. You may feel a great deal of shame in public due to lack of confidence and the fear of being humiliated. You often lack support in life, but the support others give you is not necessarily the kind of support you need. You feel that you have to fight for control and freedom in life, which may stem from a lack of freedom or feeling controlled during childhood. Unconsciously, you create situations in which you battle for control and freedom. You resist compromise because in your experience, compromise means losing control. This cycle keeps repeating itself, which results in a great deal of physical pain and tension in the back. We're getting some nods from the audience. The more pain there is, the more anger and frustration related to the circumstance you cannot control is being suppressed. Influential people may have taken out their frustrations on you, making you feel responsible for others' moods and angry outbursts. You may feel burdened by the responsibility to keep the peace in the house during childhood. You tend to idolize people you admire. this can have an effect of setting yourself up for unrealistic expectations. Comparing your abilities to another ultimately undermines your own unique gifts and talents. You may feel the bigger the success, the more accepted you would be. You push too hard for acceptance by working hard and putting pressure on yourself to succeed. This is a result of not feeling held back by your weakness and lack of confidence. You seem to feel as if you've accomplished everything, have to accomplish everything by yourself, as support is never available. Right so far? Getting some lovely nods. Thank you very much. You find it challenging to loosen your grip on your need to be in control. The more you can control circumstance or project, the more powerful and valued you feel. You draw power from your ability to be in control. You do not feel equal in your relationships and friendships. There's always a power struggle. For someone who struggles with support issues and authority issues, possible secondary gains of back pain is the pain frees you from your burdens. When you're in pain, you have an excuse to politely express a boundary. In the past, you may have been criticized and punished for expressing a boundary without a valid reason. When you're in pain, people back off and leave you in peace. You are removed from the daily drama and can make time for yourself without feeling guilty. Right? Yeah. Okay, it's important to understand that a person always has a freedom of choice. A person can choose to see someone else as an authority figure. A person gives the respect that they choose and feel is appropriate. You often forget that you're entitled to make choices in life. You become stuck in the idea that you're a victim of circumstance due to your childhood experiences. You may have been forced to do things you didn't want to as you gave your power away to influential people. Influential people can project as much dominance and control and abuse as they want towards another. It's ultimately up to the recipient of the manipulation and abuse to choose how they're going to deal and respond to it. When you make a choice, you have to be prepared to own the outcome of that choice and take responsibility for your level of involvement. And for giving people more power than they deserve. The more people validate or play into a power struggle, settle please. More people validate and play into another's power struggle, the more involved they become in the power struggle itself. Ultimately, if you do not stand in your values, your beliefs, you allow yourself to be disempowered by bullies. So that's back pain overall. Does that make sense to the people who've got back pain? So we're going to do lower back pain unless people want to do some. Yeah, let's just do. Is most people got lower back pain? Is that where it is? Is that majority of people? You've got all of it. Okay. So we're good with lower back pain. Okay, let's do lower back pain. So that's not as long. So you should feel seen by this. So we're just reading what the book is and about the emotions of the disease for anyone who's just come in late. Okay. So see if this resonates and make sure your pain levels. You know where your pain levels are. Okay. The lower back is often an indication of financial problems. As I said, it's got worse since the cost of living crisis. And feeling financially responsible for others. Pain here is triggered when there is no clear structure to your financial affairs. You may feel confused as to what your responsibilities are and what they should be. You often feel burdened by keeping the peace and balance in the household. You may lack discernment as to when you should act as a provider, when to emotionally support, and when to just be a facilitator and supporter. You feel rushed with very little time to do everything that needs to be done. You often feel this project or this person's need is urgent. It has to be dealt with now because I'm relied on. If I fail, everyone will think I'm a failure. You may feel that a big part of your role in life is not good enough. You're not worthy of what others are worthy of. You have to work harder than others in order to be accepted. Yes? This is resonating even more than the last one for low back ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, lovely. Someone made you feel guilty in regards to financial responsibilities. You often lack the self-worth to say no, to express boundaries with loved ones, making it easy for dominant people to manipulate you. You learned in childhood that your place is not among the people in authority. If you do not have an important role, such as being a provider, then you feel devalued. You only feel motivated when you feel accepted. No acceptance means lack of motivation, and feeling like a failure sets in. You often lack the discernment as to when you are responsible for someone and when you are not. This is a result of needing to be needed. You feel loved and important when loved ones love you. You have a fear of not having enough of everything in life. In some cases, you may even be a hoarder. You suppress anger and resentment towards others in a fear that if you express how you really feel, you might lose everyone. You fight feelings of loneliness and emptiness by filling your life with acquaintances, relations, and objects that make you feel complete. You may have lost a job or position or a role that made you feel important. How do you feel without the position? Possibly secondary gains of back pain could be because of the pain. Because of the pain, you are free from your burdens. You don't have to feel guilty for asking for help or support because people help out. Those who abuse or control you often back off temporarily. You are free from the pain and drama and can make time for yourself without feeling guilty. Is that you, my little lovies? Yes. Is your back pain still the same level? Has it gone down at all? What's happened to you, sweetie? Has it gone down already? Let's have a little conversation. What did you start on 7?
7. I'd say it's about a 5. Yeah.
It's already gone down to a 5 just by being seen and a little bit of magic in the air, and probably my lovely, gorgeous assistants. So yeah, just by reading that started to decrease. Does anyone else has started to go down just by reading? You might not have. That's just a little Brucey bonus. A little bit, yeah? What about you, sweetie?
3.
What did it start on? It's just got only 1 point. We haven't really started the main event yet. So, but that's cool. That's already started. It's giving us a little bit of encouragement. All right. Are you ready to do some work? All you need to do, my little loves, is think about it and allow yourself to feel it. Really get as deep into the emotions as you can. Feel seen, feel, oh, shit, that's me. I need you to be like, that's me. And go into the emotions, feel it. The deeper and the more you feel it, the more I can help you. So if you can feel it, I can heal it. If you don't feel it, you haven't opened the door for me. It's like a Pandora's box. If you open Pandora's box, we can get in there, suck it all out, get rid of it for you. It's just emotions. If you don't open the door, I'm sorry, nothing's going to happen for you here today. Are you ready to feel it and heal it? Are you ready to be well? Are you ready to not have back pain? Can I get a yes? Hello? Can I get a louder yes? Yes. Woo! Thank you. All right, please close your eyes, think about it, and let's do some work. Okay, I just want to do a little check-in. Has that gone down for anyone? And I just want to give an extra piece of advice. Has that gone down for anyone? How's it feeling? A little bit more. We'll do another round in a minute. But we're going to do 4 or 5 rounds. So as an extra Brucey bonus, I'm gonna spoil you. Do you want to be spoiled? I was only really supposed to be doing one person on stage. You're all getting done now. But in addition to that, if you haven't got backache, just do a trauma. Just think about a trauma and I'll dissolve the resonance with the trauma for you, no matter what the trauma is. So you just feel the emotions of something awful that happened to you, feel into it and allow yourself to feel it, and I'll do that along with the backache. So if you've got backache, do the backache, if you want. Or if you've got another trauma that you'd like to be worked on, then we'll do that too. So I can work on you all simultaneously, because it's really the same thing. I'm just sucking out emotions. So anyone who didn't have backache can also feel part of the situation, feel part of the moment. Okay, so think about what it is. You need to feel it. I need you to get really down and dirty into it, my loves. You need to feel it as much as possible. Be vulnerable for a few minutes. I'll suck it out of you, and I'll be gone forever. Ready? Let's go. Okay, how's that feeling, my little loves? My little wizards? Wizardettes? How is that feeling? Is that feeling less upsetting? How are you feeling, darling? Is it gone?
I'm feeling the emotions more.
Feeling the emotions more. Okay, keep with it, we haven't finished yet. How's the pain level? Is it still about a 4? Okay. About the same as before. Anyone else gone down? Anyone else got anything to report? How are you feeling? Anyone over this side? Oh, lady in the green scarf, how are you feeling? I've got a nod. She's a nodder.
I was concentrating on my shoulder, so it wasn't necessarily back for me, but I was concentrating on.
How's your shoulder feeling now? Much better. She was concentrating on her shoulder. She didn't even use the back. And she did physical. We weren't expecting to do that. It's about, no, if it works, great. Lucky you. It's about feeling burdened, the weight of the world on your shoulders, so concentrate on that. Brucey bonus over there. We were supposed to be doing emotional things. Anyone else have an experience so far? We haven't finished. We're going to keep going. Is anyone else feeling like it's helped them at all? You are?
Analgesia before.
You haven't got any analgesia? I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't. It's a painkiller. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's fine. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's keep going. So let's do another round, shall we? Another round of emotions. So think about the emotions from the book, if you've got backache. Or think about something you'd like me to heal, if you've got an emotional trauma. And we'll do it another round together. Is that cool? Are you ready to go? Feel it, please. You can feel it, I can heal it. Just go and grab a chair quickly and we're going to the next round. So we're just thinking about emotional trauma. I'm going to dissolve the resonance with an emotional trauma for the newbies. Okay, let's go. Please feel it as much as you can. You need to get into it emotionally as much as you possibly can. You can come in quickly. So just feel into the emotional trauma as much as you possibly can. Feel it deeply and we will dissolve the resonance. And the pain will go or the trauma will go, depending on what we're working on for you today. Let's go. Round 4, 3, whatever it was. Next round. Okay, that was a big one. How's that? Has that made a difference? How are people's pain? What's yours? You're nodding at me. I like a nodder.
It's probably 3 now.
It's a 3 now. Okay, from a 7, so you've halved. That's good. It's still working its way out. Has anyone else had an improvement on their back pain? Is willing to talk? Hello, little lovely, gorgeous goddess over here. It's gone. What was it when we started? It was about a 4 when we started,
And it's gone now.
and it's completely gone now. Can we?
To come back, but it won't come back.
She's having a little wiggle and trying to get it to come back, and it's not coming back. Can we give her a round of applause, please? She's gone. Good for you. Yeah. Anyone else had an amazing experience? We can do another round. How's it going for you guys? It's moved.
Onto my shoulders.
But did you already have shoulder pain?
A little bit, yeah.
I think.
Yeah, back pain and shoulder pain.
Is it more than it wasn't? Is that just gone? Now you're just noticing your shoulder pain more because the back pain's gone?
Could be right, yeah.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Or
Have a little wiggle and see what's going on. It won't have moved. It can't move. It doesn't do that. I've dissolved the emotions behind that, and you've probably got that's okay now, and then that one's just become a bit more highlighted. Possibly? Probably.
probably then.
I think it's a yes. And what about you, sir? You didn't have any pain in the first place. Well, aren't you? We're lucky. Oh, lucky ducky. All right, so that's good. So your lower back pain is gone. That's what we're looking for. It hasn't moved. It doesn't do that. Doesn't do that, darling. Can't do it. Okay, fantastic. Should we do one more round? How are we doing for time? We're doing all right for time. So you, shoulder pain people. I've got a watch on them, all right? Thank you. Yeah, we've got like 7 minutes left. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So. Focus on feeling burdened, the weight of the world on your shoulders, shoulder pain people, if you want to do on shoulders. Or we're going to focus on the book and we're going to keep going with what we were doing, which is lower back pain. One more round. Throw everything at me. Literally hurl shit at me. Like a monkey. Dear me. Alright, so I need you to feel your emotions and really throw them at me. Get really deeply into your emotional pain and throw it at me. All the stuff from the textbook related to the emotional traumas around the back about not feeling supported, or any other trauma you've got. You really need to be vulnerable. Feel it as much as you possibly can. This is your opportunity now to get rid of it. So really, really just be brave and feel it as much as you possibly can. Alright, let's go then. Feel it and I'll heal it. Let's go. Okay, how's that feeling? Big shift? Pain lessened? Has anyone's pain lessened? Yes, over here, let's have a little conversation. Hello.
Hello.
Tell me what's going on.
It's my back pain, and it has gone.
What did it start? So she just said that her back pain's gone. So what was it out of 10 when we started?
No, I didn't score it because I came in late, but probably at least 7.
About a 7 out of 10 when we started, and now it's a
I can't feel it.
big fat 0. Can we get a round of applause? Thank you. Woo! Good. What about you, Poppet? Is it gone yet? Is it nearly gone?
It's gone from the bottom.
It's gone from the bottom.
more heightened. And
She's got backache all over her back. Can everyone settle down? We're going to be finishing in 5 minutes. We're going to come over there in a second, so thank you. So she had backache everywhere, and now the lower backache has gone. She's still got backache in the rest of it, but we haven't worked on that, so we're not surprised, are we? No. Okay, so well done. So we get a round of applause for her as well. And we're just here, and then I just have to tell you what we've got on offer. So what was you told me to come here? She's gone, but she already told us she's gone.
Well, I'd had 10 years ago a car rolled over me. I wasn't concentrating on my lower back, so I crushed my whole top of my body, and so I've had chronic pain for years, and it is certainly down to probably much of one.
Okay, so that was very quiet, so I'll explain it. So this lovely lady had a car crash, a car rolled onto her many years ago, and she's been in chronic pain ever since, and that's pretty well bloody gone. The chronic pain is now pretty well gone. Can we get a round of applause for that one as well? Well, that's pretty awesome. And I'm glad no one's freaked out. Well done, you. Okay, so, do you want to learn this stuff? Do you want to be a wizard? Do you want to be able to dissolve traumas and diseases? Because we're getting quite, well, I'm edging towards solids. Liquids are pretty guaranteed. Look at this. I've done a room. I can do 10,000 people in one go. I need to be in the O2. I will be in the O2. I had a vision about it this morning. So, you can learn how to do this. We're doing fantastic deals where we're doing the 3-course bundle, which is level 1, 2, and 3. And on the web, if you buy them separately, it's $9.99. On the website, it's $7.99. And the special of the day is I don't know what it is. $6.75. It's basically a third off, nearly a third off for that one. You can learn how to do that. Everything is online. All the courses, you take them from the comfort of your own bed. You learn to be a wizard and a bit more of a god or goddess in your pajamas. How good's that? So you can just sit in bed, watch them. We have meetings every fortnight, so you get to know people. We have lots of Telegram groups and lots of unity and community, which is absolutely beautiful, and learn all these different skills. If you just want to dip your toe in, level 1 is normally $333, and we've got it on sale for $275. Healings with me, there's a quarter off. I'm normally £1,000, and we're selling now for $750. Imagine what I can do in an hour for one person. Quite a lot. Yes. And then we've got my practitioners are normally $295 and they're $222. We're also selling amazing bracelets imbued with magic. The red ones are abundance, love and luck, and the black ones are grounding, protection and balance, and they're on our lovely stand, which is D36. And they're £10 or £15. And all the courses and every big product we were selling, you can pay for over 3 months. So you don't have to do that big wallopy amount of money now. You pay for it over 3 months, and if you're not quite ready because you're a busy little bee, you don't have to start it now. If you want to start it when things have calmed down, when you've got a bit of spare time, you start it whenever you want because it's all pre-recorded. You start it whenever you want, and you just watch the videos in your leisure, and you learn magic. You dissolve traumas, and you stop attracting things you don't want into your life, because there's the law of attraction, the dark side. Whatever's in your energy field, you're attracting. So you need to get rid of the grief, the rejection, the betrayal, the abandonment. Otherwise, you keep attracting stuff you don't want. It makes you happier. It makes you more whole. It's really, really good for you. And you know we're going to be ascending soon, so don't you want a head start on the ascension? I sure as hell do. And I'm not stopping till I've got all the superpowers. I'll have all of them. All of them. Any questions? We've got to finish in just a second. Does anyone have any pressing questions? We're going to be going over to our stand in just a moment, which again is D36, which is just along there to the left. And we will be recruiting. We need new wizards. We need more wizards in the world. And once you do it, like level 4, you can become a practitioner if you'd like to be, and then you can start charging for healings and get certified. There's a little exam to sit where it's just you healing someone and me making sure you know what you're doing and you're confident and comfortable. And then you can start charging for healings through the website. We've got advanced practitioners as well. I'm working on level 11 at the moment, and it looks pretty spectacular. Oh, it's very exciting. And anxiety we can do. Depression, for example. My level 2 students cleared someone's depression in less than 10 minutes. He had it for 27 years. And he took every pill and did everything that you would do as a sensible person with depression. Did everything right. And he was still depressed. And went to the ceremonies and to the pills and the doctors and everything else. My students dissolved that in less than 10 minutes. So that was pretty cool. Level 1, you learn how to dissolve traumas right from level 1. You learn how to change the taste of wine using magic. You learn how to channel essence of anything from the universe. It's basically the whole of homeopathy. It's like one of the energies you learn out of 20 in level 1. The whole of homeopathy. Learn how to bend spoons, that's fun. Manipulate weather. You want to be a god? You want to be a goddess? This is how you get there. And it's easy. You do it from bed. Sit in bed, watch some videos, become a goddess. I mean, can you say fairer than that? I mean, I really just think it's the easiest thing to be doing in the world. So that's what we're doing, and I'm really glad that people have had such fantastic results today. Thank you, everyone. You've been a fantastic audience. No one freaked out. It's still going beautifully. We are going on to stand number D36 if you want to have any questions with me, or, of course, buy a course. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you, everyone. Round of applause, please. Thank you. Hi, Georgia.
Hi.
So you were just on our lovely healing. So
That's right.
how are you feeling now?
I feel amazing. So starting with you, had really bad back pain, about a level 7, walked away now, nothing. No
Just
pain.
your lower back is completely healed?
Yeah, completely
Wow.
gone. Yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it?
You
How
were.
long- How long have you had lower back pain for, Georgia?
About 5 years.
Every day?
Yeah, so I've been to the doctors and all things like that, and they've said, we can't tell you what it is, nothing's coming up, could be the early stages of this, that, this. Obviously, it relates to what you were telling me, emotional support, because
Right.
as soon as I've delved in that, it's gone.
Wow. So have you had lots of massages and physio
Yeah,
and things
all
like that?
that,
How much have you
acupuncture.
spent on treatments for your back pain?
Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds of pounds?
Yeah, the strongest painkillers, you know, all sorts, and nothing's ever worked until today.
Mic drop. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, very
honestly,
welcome,
thank
Georgia. Wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Lorraine and Karen were just in our backache healing, and it's been 45 minutes or so, and we just want to check in with them and how they're going now, and whether they still have pain and what their experience has been. So we're just doing a follow-up 45 minutes after the event. So Lorraine, tell me about your experience, and also tell me how you're feeling now.
Well, I had lower back pain issues, and when I was in the workshop with you, it went. It was about a number 4 and it went, and I kept trying to move it, my back, and to get it back, and it didn't come back, and it just, I felt it leaving my body, and just a few minutes ago I kept going, oh, it's back, no it's not, oh, it's back, no it's not, oh, it's back, no it's not, it's not come back.
Not come back at all.
No, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Lorraine said it's gone. It's gone forever.
Yeah, well, that's what I don't believe. You see, that's why I keep thinking it's coming. No, it hasn't.
It's
So-
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I understand that. How long have you suffered from back pain for?
Oh, forever. Forever.
Decades?
Yeah.
20 years, 30 years, what would you say?
40, 50.
40, 50 years she's had back pain for. And has it always been around a 4 out of 10? Has it been constant
worse.
pain?
No,
Normally
it'd be
worse.
Yeah. Well, it goes,
Goes up and down.
up and
but
down.
it's always, you've always had some sort of pain for the last 40, 50 years.
Yes.
So every day for the last 40 or 50 years she's been
I've
experiencing
been aware
pain.
of it, yeah.
Been aware of it and in pain for the last 40, 50 years. At some level of pain, and now it's completely gone.
It's gone.
Can't believe your bloody luck, can you?
No, I can't believe it. It's not true.
It's just, I know, it's a real head fuck.
Well, yeah, it takes a bit of time to get used to it. It's like, yeah, it's really
And
gone.
it's so familiar to you as well. Like, who are you without it? Like, it's just,
That's
yeah.
what I do. It's like, I always go like that on my back. Oh, I don't have to anymore.
She's always rubbing her back. She doesn't have to anymore.
Yeah.
So how are you?
I thought I'd do it. I'm doing it out of habit to say, is it there? Is it there? Is it there?
Really looking for it.
Yeah.
It's not there. Well, that's. I do try, darling. I do try. Okay, what about you, Karen?
As I said in the workshop, I'd had a car accident roll over me, and so I've been in a lot of pain, a lot of surgery as well. So it's always been told that yes, it's due to the car accident. Yes, I did set the intention because I know it was for back pain, but I set the intention for it was my shoulder and the rest of me. And yes, it's reduced the pain. It just feels fuzzy at the moment and hot, kind of the area, which I set the intention also to let it flow through. So that seems to be going. I think it's still, I don't know, I'll ask you, is it still working to go?
What was it? Yeah, it'll still be working. If you can feel things moving about, it's still moving about. I think that's fairly...
Yeah, back to the liquid, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
it's just flowing out of you. So what was your pain when you started? Now, so Karen, we weren't supposed to be working on what Karen actually had. This is an extra Brucey bonus. The workshop was about lower back pain. Karen, being a bit of an overachiever, this one over here, said, I know what I'll do. I'll take your energy and I'll put it somewhere else I need it and get what I need out of this workshop, which she's very welcome to doing, and good for her. So we weren't really trying to be working on her shoulder or her car accident, but we just managed to work on it. So, you know, it has. So is it? What's your pain level when you started, sweetie?
It was quite hard. I just said about an 8.
About an 8. And what's your pain level now?
It's just hot at the moment.
Is there 0 pain?
It's gone. Almost gone. Almost.
Okay, hotness isn't pain, but the actual pain, ouchiness.
It's clicky, a little bit clicky.
A little bit. Sore? Is it sore? I know it's hard, but it's hard to admit.
Hard to quantify that though, isn't it? Because it's been there for so long.
That's the thing you can't.
And it's still, I know it's still working. It feels like it's still working through.
Yeah,
but
does it hurt right now?
No.
So no, it doesn't hurt right now.
No.
You heard it here first.
I can't believe I'm saying that. I actually can't believe I'm saying that.